Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right, 1.5 minutes to go. The Film My Run 500 metre climb up Ventop. Ventop is quite a long way up, so actually we don't get very far up Ventop, to be perfectly honest with you, but we're going to do 4.2 kilometres and we're going to set the treadmills to 12%. We've got Alan Carr from Brazil, Dean Carter, Clive Finnimore, Amy Green, Clara Davies, Lee Ryby, hello guys. Hello Tina watching, and Steve Milne watching as well. So good morning all. Let's get this done. Nice and sunny today. Beautiful day outside. Now it's just suddenly clouded over as I look behind me, but all morning it's been gorgeous outside. Amy likes my top. Do you know the only reason I'm wearing this is because I've got about 4 Zwift tops. For the life of me, I cannot find any of them anywhere. So I've dug down to the bottom of my drawer to get this one, which is the old Zwift top that is never. You can't buy this anymore. You could never buy it. It was created for the launch of Zwift about 3 years ago. Right, let's get going. So gradually, I'm gonna put my incline up to 12%, and we're gonna get used to the feel of what it feels like to be walking up this hill. Good morning, all. Full stop. As we walk through the lead-in, get used to the incline. The lead-in, not the leading. B-Run has run off ahead. Who else has run off ahead? Anyone else? Oh, heart rate is not on. Right, I need to just set up my heart rate. Bear with me. I'll have to catch you guys up. Won't be too long. I'm sure it'll set up pretty quick. There it is. Get the Bluetooth one. And we're on. Is there anyone new today? Question mark. Steve Milne says, it's not dull and grey in Peterborough for a change. In fact, I have hung the washing outside for the second day running. Yeah, well, we had the washing on the line yesterday. I'm sure Victoria will put the washing on the line at some point today. I'm not allowed to do it. I'm not allowed anywhere near the washing machine. I do it all wrong. I mix the colours up. I make a complete mess of it, so I'm not allowed anywhere near it. And I always hang it wrong as well, because I don't use hangers. I just hang it over the line. I don't put pegs on. Victoria doesn't like that. Hello, Sebastian. Who else is there? Dahlberg. I don't know if Dahlberg is new. I don't recognise that name from Sweden. Hello to you. Who needs pegs on a washing line? No one. No one needs pegs on the washing line. Just hang it over the line. It's fine. Oh dear. Okay, we should all be at 12% now. Or as near as you can get. Oh, I don't think about that, Tina. I don't think about when the wind blows. It just makes it a fun game to go around picking up the clothes, doesn't it? Be the Tortoise, good morning to you. So, today I should be receiving my anti-static band in the post from Amazon. I shall put it on. Tina Beard said, I despair. Look, this is why men are not supposed to do these things, you see. There is a difference between the sexes. Women are better at certain things. And not messing up the colours in the washing machine. I say, I don't care. It's not that. It's not going to be such a disaster, is it? I don't care if my whites are slightly off-white or the colour drains a bit from my top or whatever. It's not the end of the world, is it? But you see, women care about that kind of stuff, which is why we love them. Clara. How dare you? I would never avoid my duties. I do the washing up. What more do you want? I do the washing up. Sometimes. And Be the Tortoise says, my other half is disgusted at how grey my socks are. I didn't even notice. Steve Milne says, I have to double peg in our garden. It blows great like in the fens. It blows a great wind in the fens. Exactly, Dean. Get a dishwasher. I am definitely in the market for a dishwasher. Momentarily, we will begin a gentle jog at 5.5 kilometers per hour. Hopefully camera 4 will stay on today. Hopefully my anti-static band will work the next time I run on Zwift, and my buttons will not disappear. I'm looking forward to seeing if it actually works. I'm like marginally sceptical about just putting something around my wrist which will get rid of static. I hope it does. Oh right, okay, so now we have a massive discussion going on about separating your whites from your colours and colour runs in your washing. Let's get running, let's get jogging. Okay, you all know the score. Full stop. Get on those toes and let's start climbing. Exactly, Be the Tortoise. You're meant to separate whites. For some reason, oh yeah, because I stopped to put my heart rate on, didn't I? Let me catch up the guys a bit and just get towards the front. Bear with me, guys, while I just run past you all. Let's get to the front of the pack. Long way to go. Well, actually, not that long. I mean, you know, what, 35 minutes of running? 30 minutes of running? Something like that. Okay. My overhead shot's a bit wonky, isn't it? Let's just straighten that out a bit. Oh. Not a lot I can do there, is there really? Ha! Ah. That'll do, that'll do. This is exactly the same as before, isn't it? You can't see, unfortunately, because of the light. That should say 12% there. Oh, that is terrible. Dean. Terrible. Oh, camera 4's working. Look at that. Camera 4 is working. Dean's getting his coat. Yeah, it's probably best, Dean, to be fair. So nice and easy does it. Nice and relaxed. This should be fairly comfortable in the first couple of kilometres. Especially if you're regular at this now. If you're regular, you're doing this a lot, then the first bit really should just be ticking over nice and easy. You should be getting used to how to get on the balls of your feet now and climb relatively comfortably. And actually, in some ways, if you're doing this regularly, you'll start to feel like it's preferable to get on your toes. Like Teeny Beard has cramp in her feet. Will often just come with time and experience. Yeah, so I've been doing a bit of reading on this, and there's quite a bit of evidence now. You know how sometimes we kind of give people advice about how to alter their form to be a better runner? But there's a lot of evidence to say, well, I say there's evidence, there are studies now to say that actually your natural running form is the best form, with, you know, perhaps with tweaks and things like remembering to drop your shoulders and stuff like that. But as you become a more experienced runner, your natural form will naturally change to be more efficient. And I think that's certainly what's happened with me over 10 years or so. I used to definitely be a heel striker, and now I'm much more a midfoot runner. I'm still rubbish at relaxing the upper part of my body, my neck and my shoulders. But yeah, so I think from what I've been reading, just run naturally. And over time, your body will adapt and become more efficient. If you try and force change, it often can lead to injury and less efficient running. Steve Milne says, I keep getting static shocks when my hands brush across the heart rate grips of the Noble Pro. Yes, whenever I touch the treadmill, certainly if I've been running for a while, or if it's really hot, or there's any condensation in the air, I tend to cause static whenever I touch any part of the treadmill, or I release static. So this is why I'm trying this wristband, which hopefully will come today. Right, Andrew Cutman says, blimey Stephen, it sounds like you have a cushy life. Why? What did I say? With my, you mean just having to do the washing up? I do have the odd job that I do around the house. But in terms of being a house husband, yeah, you certainly wouldn't give me 100% marks for being a house husband. But Victoria would also admit she's not the tidiest person in the world. So, but between the two of us, we are pretty rubbish at keeping our house spick and span. It's the same with the decorating. We've been decorating our house for 12 years now. Our new neighbours, we've got new neighbours one side, which is why I've been quite concerned about the noise recently. Trying not to shout too much, especially in the evenings. And our new neighbours have done more work on their house in the last 4 weeks than we've done in 12 years. But you know, there it is. I suppose they have a bit of money to spend, whereas we don't. But then we do tend to spend our money on holidays. But then again, not at the moment, obviously. Be the Tortoise says 5 kilometres an hour is my running pace in zone 2. That's alright. That's fine. What did you do, Sebastian? Sebastian, how did you get rid of the static? Question mark. Shall I let you guys into a little secret that you're not supposed to know anything about? You won't know anything about it anyway. I am on Zwift tonight. You know, last night I said I wasn't going to be on. I'm not going to be live on Zwift tonight. And you won't see me on Zwift tonight. I'm doing something secret tonight, which is quite exciting. I can't tell anybody about it. So you know nothing, okay? You know, oh look, camera 4's gone off, hang on. There we are, there's camera. Why the GoPro decides to turn itself off, I've no idea. Anyway, yes, something secret tonight that I can't tell anybody about. So it's quite cool, quite cool. Clive Finnemore says, my house is green and not through choice. Well, you don't, yeah, but you don't know what the secret is, though. Tina Beard says, leave us hanging, why don't you? It's relatively exciting, but for some people will think it's exciting. Some people won't be bothered at all. But obviously, I can't say. I'm not allowed to say what's happening. Dan Mapp, good morning to you. It's a secret, yes. It's a secret. Secrets are the best. So yeah, I won't be on Zwift tonight. There'll be no live stream tonight, I'm afraid. Sorry. Ah, Sebastian's got it. Sebastian has got it. Ah, damn it. Tina Beard says, my house is 300 years old and very pretty. Blimey. 300 years old, I bet it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Clive, I don't think so, no. I don't think it'll pop up on the companion app. No. Clive, what are you talking about? So, your house is green but not through choice? Is that because your other half doesn't want you to paint it a different colour? Does she like it green? Clive, I can't say. Sorry. I just thought I'd leave you hanging with a little tidbit. or tidbit as they say in America because they don't want to say tit. I can probably get away with telling you that much. Any more, and I'd be in a lot of trouble. In all seriousness. I can't say anything. Oh, green algae. Oh dear. Can you not get rid of the green algae then? Dahlberg says, calves tingling, that must be the static. If your calves are tingling, that is a good thing. Oh look, camera 4 has gone off again. Why does it keep going off? No, definitely not that. Dean Carter says, I wonder how an estate agent would describe green algae. This property benefits from the feel of nature. Funnily enough, Clive, our house is green. And we actually deliberately painted it green. No, Sebastian, no, definitely not. Ecologically intriguing, I like that. I like it. Clive Finnemore says, painting the house was a job from last year, but then I discovered Zwift. Yeah, that'll kill any plans to do any home decorating.
Right on!
Tracy Watkiss, thanks for the ride on. Persan is with us. Hello, Persan. We have a nice cohesive group today. Up again. Full stop. Keep up on those toes, guys. Work those calves. Right, 6.5 then. Been some interesting talk actually about the Noble Pro and the incline on it. So be interesting, Tina, you're on the Noble Pro, aren't you? Anyone else on the Noble Pro? Just tell us what incline you get at the end, or what elevation rather, because we're not entirely sure how it maps the elevation and how Zwift reads it. We've been getting some interesting numbers recently. Buenaventura, hello buddy.
Nice.
So, 2 kilometres left of the Film My Run 500. We've got a little 200-metre sprint at the end, but we need to keep up on our toes. Try and keep that heart rate low. Stay relaxed, breathe easy. Heart rate 135, cadence 170, 167, whatever. Let's try that again. Heart rate 134, cadence 167. Okay, so Clara has had issues and actually managed to correct it with Strava. That's interesting. Of course, it would have just looked at the real Ventop. No, it wouldn't. No, how could it have done that? No, that would be wrong. Yeah, so Tina says with 0 being 1%, 20 is 13%. Clara says it makes us look tougher on Strava. So what, do you go to like 18 or 19%? 19 on the treadmill? Is that right? Buenaventura likes the t-shirt as well. Yeah, okay, Clara says 20 is 12%. So it's between 12 and 13% when you get to number 20. It is a rather odd split of numbers. See, on my treadmill, if I just notch it up to 1, that's 1%. If I notch it up to 12, and it says 12 on the treadmill, that's 12%. I don't know why they've done it that way. I mean, there must be a reason. Yes, Clara, that is strange. I might try that with mine, actually. I might try correcting the elevation from this run and see what it gives me. I mean, in theory, it should say exactly the same. Ace Ventura, thanks for the ride on. Okay, we are getting through it now. Just over a mile to go. Tina Beard says 18 on the Noble Pro is equivalent to 11.8%. Yes, Clara, exactly, I don't know. Very strange. Maybe they just want to test everyone's maths. Okay, 1 mile to go. 1 mile left. And in 400 metres, we'll finally get the avatars running at 7 kilometres per hour. You should be sweating now. You should be sweating, and you should be feeling it a little bit in your legs. If you're brand new to this, you should definitely be feeling it in your calf muscles now, and your quadriceps. If you're doing this regularly with us, then it should still feel like you're working, but you won't be kind of crying to fall back onto your heels. You should still be relatively comfortable. Oh, Sebastian, crank it up. Crank it up, buddy. You've got to go further. Go to 5 kilometres. at 12%, Sebastian. Sebastian is fired as well. I don't think Sebastian's saying okay to being fired. I think he's saying okay to running a bit further at 12%. Sebastian's heart rate is 148, Cadence is 151, Clive Finnimore's heart rate is 124, and Cadence 170. So, as always, Clive's heart rate is very good. Dean Carter's heart rate is 152. Okay, just try and relax a bit, Dean. Doing well. Tina's heart rate is 151. Hayden's 162. Good work, guys. Amy Green's heart rate is 152. Dahlberg 158 and 158, the same. Nice work, everyone. Oh. Nice work, everyone. Oh, come on now. Come on, work. Ha! Oh, for goodness sake. Let's try one more time. Nice work, everyone. Full stop. Just try and stay relaxed. Her elephant heart, yes. Okay, 7 kilometers an hour now. 7 kilometers an hour. Buenaventura says, good job, guys. So we'll be back tomorrow for some easy running in the evening. And then we've got the Film My Run Video 5K. Anyone who's not signed up to that, tomorrow evening, tomorrow evening, 8:05 p.m. Come and join us for the Video 5K. Join the Zoom call, get an iPad or iPhone or your laptop, anything that you're not running Zwift on. Log into Zoom and join our Zoom call, and we'll show you live on the stream here. We'll flick between all the runners as we do a 5K race around Paris. Always a lot of fun, always very silly, but a good bit of racing in there as well. So a good one to get some fast times. We sometimes have some pretty quick runners that you can chase. We have had winning times in the 15 minutes for 5K, so we've had some speedy runners. Last week, I think Salim Adrian won the race in about 18 minutes something. Yes, Buenaventura, if you want to just join Zoom, that's fine. Say hello, that's great. Right, my heart rate is rising, 144 now. Less than a kilometre to go. Less than 1 kilometre to go. Full stop. Now is the time to dig in and not give up. This is where you will see the physiological gains. Stay up on those toes. And in a few weeks, you'll have calves like gorillas. I don't mean all hairy, although it might be. Right, Amy says tomorrow in the video 5k, she's not going to wave at us. Quite often, when we cut to people, we'll say, give us a wave. And Amy says that if she waves, that means she's not concentrating enough. So yeah, respect that, Amy. You go for it. If you don't wave, I'm going to ask you to wave, and I will expect you to ignore me. Keep working, guys. Should be feeling it now, definitely feeling it now. 700 meters to go. I love how so many of us are still together. Good work, everyone. Tina's going to be the same tomorrow. So Tina's going to work hard and concentrate tomorrow. She's not going to be waving at us during the race. She's going to be trying to concentrate on keeping her heart rate down, keeping her form good, and getting a fast 5k done tomorrow evening. Clive Finnemore's heart rate is 130, steps per minute 172. So yeah, steps per minute about the same for me, Clive. My heart rate is 145. .300 meters to go, and then we've got a little sprint at the end. Half a kilometre left of the Film My Run 500. Definitely working now. And I'm used to this. I do this twice a week, every week, and have been doing for quite some time now. And I still find this last kilometre makes me work. Tough to keep the heart rate below 150. Tough. We can see the arch up ahead. Camera 4 has died again, so I think we need to sack off camera 4 because it's just not doing the job, is it? It just doesn't want to stay on, even though it's got power. Rubbish. Sebastian's heart rate is 158. See if you can keep it below 160, Seb. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support again today. We'll stop. Good work. We'll stop. Fast as you like at the arch. And if you're a sucker for punishment, we'll see you again next week. So up to 8 kilometers an hour at the arch, or whatever anyone wants to do. And but we stay on our toes, we stay climbing, because this last little bit gets us to 500 meters. If we drop it down now, we finish on 480 meters. So we need this last little bit just to get to 500 meters of climb. Not that we have OCD or anything like that. Do you have a run at midday, Clive? Don't forget to join Clive if you want to at midday. And that's ride-ons for everyone. And there we are, we're all done. Filmed my run finished. And I managed, I just hit 151. I just hit 151 at the end. So didn't quite stay under 150. But it's better than sometimes. Sometimes I'm well into the 50s, the 150s, even before the last kilometre sometimes. Depends how much I'm talking. Amy says, thanks Stephen, great running everyone. Well done all. So some people now carry on and run to 5k. I am far too lazy for that. So don't forget, if you want to do more running on Zwift today, Clive Finnemore has a 5k run, easy pace at 12 o'clock today, midday. I won't be back on again today. We're back on tomorrow. So tomorrow we have probably Friday fartlek or something earlier on, and then we've got the Film My Run video 5k at 8 p.m. So we'll do something tomorrow evening, definitely. But until then, thank you very much for all the chat on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Yes, Tina, see you tomorrow. See everyone tomorrow. And well done to everyone who took part today. Good workout. Nice bit of hard work at the end there. Always just creeps up on you, that, doesn't it? Oh yeah, Friday fartlek is not there, is it? What's tomorrow night that we can do? Let's have a look at events. Hang on. Click into events. So tomorrow, 8:30. Oh no, I don't want to do anything after the video 5k. So there's the video 5k. I'll go and join that now, although I don't run it, as you know. I just spectate and commentate. But I do have to be on the start line in order to follow you all. So that's me for the video 5K tomorrow, 8:05 PM UK time. Only 4 people signed up so far, so please do get your names down for that. We've done all the Run the World's runs, but we could do another one, I suppose. Could do it again. Innsbruck tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Or Fast Friday workout, which I haven't done a Fast Friday for ages. Or the Zwift Long Distance Runners Recovery Hour. That's a bit long, isn't it? I want to be off before then. We'll probably do Run the World's Innsbruck tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll put my name down for that. Now, let me just say, that is a possibility. It's not 100%. But that's more than likely, that's what we'll do tomorrow. The Under Armour, Run the Worlds, even though I've done them all, we'll just do that one again. Innsbruck tomorrow at 6 PM UK time. Yeah, no Friday fartlek. They've kicked him out, haven't they? That's a bit of a shame, that is. I thought they'd said to Ryan that they were going to move it rather than kick it out. Anyway, I'll speak to Ryan about that. Right, okay, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and take care. We will see you definitely at some point tomorrow. Take care, bye-bye.